Good morning, Amani. Welcome. So, I'm just feeling that. It's been a big weekend. How many people were here yesterday for our fair? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Thank you all so much. So, you might feel that energy still in the room. There's like a, I don't know, it's like a joyful, fun energy. So, in that vibe of that joyful, fun energy, let's stand and we will sing with our wonderful musical artist today, Gary Weinberg. Yay, Gary.
Oh, no,
All right,
no,
take-
please, no. No, please. There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I did not know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go, let it go, let it go! And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. I am only here for God. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Good job. Please have a seat. Thank you, Gary. All right, and so now it's time for us to release the kids. So if we have any kids here who want to go and have a wonderful time with Monica today, she's standing back there ready to take you over for fun with the kids. Right on. Woo! Have a good time, guys. We will see you after. All right, welcome to the Amani Center. I'm so glad that you're all here. It's so wonderful to be here on a Sunday morning and be here in community and sing and meditate and listen and be uplifted together. We like to start with our vision statement, so let's say it aloud together. We are lighting the path to peace together. And so we put a lot of work into, a lot of intention, a lot of going within into developing that vision statement for exactly why we're here and what it is we're trying to do here at the Amani Center. So that's really it. We're trying to light that path to peace, and we're trying to do it in community, in collaboration with each other. This is a little bit about who we are. We're an open and inclusive spiritual community. We believe there are many paths to the divine. And so whatever that path is that you're on, we are happy to be here and walk it with you, to hold your hand, to help hold you up when you need to be held up by you when we need to be held up, to do this together in community. We're a place where you can learn and grow. We have classes, we have workshops, we have all kinds of ways for you to level up in your consciousness. And that is so powerful if you haven't done that. Being in class, learning, being with other people as you talk about these deep concepts and why we're here and what's going on, you will see a change in your life if you commit to that, if you begin to do that process. And we're also a place where you can just be. We're a safe and welcoming place where you can just show up when your cup is empty and fill your cup. So whatever reason you're here, we're glad you're here. I'm glad that you listened to that little voice that told you that this is where you need to spend your Sunday morning. And so congratulations for showing up. Is there anyone here who's here for the first time who's brave enough to just put your hand up so that we can bring you a little gift? Wonderful, thank you. Anyone else? Gina's going to bring these little trifolds around so you can see a little bit about who we are and find out about some of the things that we're doing. So we're really glad that you joined us. If you're online and it's your first time and you'd like to receive one of those, just send us a DM. I'd be happy to mail it to you wherever you are. One of the ways that we live into that vision statement, into our mission, is our affirmative prayer or our circle of light. And so that is a circle made up of our ministers and our practitioners, and we are here to know the truth with you, to help remind you of the truth when you need that. These are people who have done a minimum of 4 years of pretty intensive training and classes, and then for our ministers, many more years to become ministers, to become practitioners, and then to do this good work with you, to show up as an advocate, to do affirmative prayer, to sort of be there for you when you need that. So is there anyone in the circle of light beside me here today? Okay, I think it's just me. So if you would like treatment or affirmative prayer afterwards, please see me. I would love to sit down with you and do that. It's our gift to you. We can sit down for 5 minutes. You can tell me what's going on, what you'd like to release, what you're struggling with, what you would like to bring into your heart, what new wonderful thing is sort of up there in the sky saying you should do this, and we'll sit down and we'll do that together, and it can be very powerful. So please do see me afterwards. I would love to do that with you if you would like to have that. And if you're online, again, you can reach out for treatment. We'll reach out to you via email, we'll give you a call, we'll send you a text, whatever you like. So just let us know. You can drop a comment, you can send us a DM, and we will reach out. All right, I'm going to take a few minutes and go through our announcements. So this is our first Sunday in June, and June's theme is Father as Divine Wisdom. So we'll be focusing on that as we celebrate Father's Day. We have 5 Sundays this month. You know, those are my favorites because we get our usual lineup of Ministerial Intern Luchan Baker, who will be here shortly. He's in traffic. He drives all the way out from Oakland, Berkeley area. So that can be quite a Sunday event for him. Reverend Pixie will be here next week, followed by Reverend Mitch Austin, and then Reverend Sherry will be here on the 23rd. And then this month, we have the amazing Karen Drucker here on the 30th, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. So it's going to be a great month. Show up here every Sunday, whether you're online or in person. We're going to have some fun. Okay, so you know I'm excited about Pride. This is our first year we're going to have a booth at SAC Pride, so that is next weekend. I have sent this sign up around already, and I'm going to have it at the back. There's a few open spots if you would like to participate. If this gets full and you don't see an open spot but you want to participate, just add your name. We're happy to have more people at the booth. I'm going to have, I think, 4 passes that we can hand off, but I think I put 3 people at a time, but more can come. And it's a fun event, it's an uplifting event, and it's an opportunity for us to show up out there and let people who may have been traumatized by church, by churches or families, been told that they're not enough, been told that they're not worthy, been told that they don't belong. It's our opportunity to show up there and say, that's not the truth, and you do belong, and you are welcome here. So as I said, I'll put this at the back. If you'd like to be part of that, we would love to have you out there. Bless you. Drum Circle is the second Friday of every month. That is super fun. We do that either in here. Sometimes we do it outside if the weather is cooperating. We have lots of drums and percussion instruments, things that you can shake and hit and bang on. And you can also bring yours. We get a nice crowd for that. It's really a fun, uplifting event. Something about that rhythm is just, it's calming to the nervous system, it's uplifting, and it's just fun. So I always leave Drum Circle just feeling just great, just like you get rid of some stuff that you don't want to carry around. So I encourage you to come for that. That's just a love donation, and the wonderful Bob Morgan, or as he's also known, Bongo Bob, leads that for us, and it's really great. We have a very special Rise and Speak retreat coming up in June. That's the weekend of the 20th and 22nd. Reverend Mitch Austin will be leading that. He's doing it as a retreat instead of a 7-week event or class this time. So check in with him. If you're interested, go to theamanicenter.org. You can sign up. It's going to be a wonderful way to tell your story and then present your story in a live format, which is really fun. And it sounds scary, but it really is. It's a great class, and you really do work through some stuff, and you support each other in this storytelling. All right, we have these two are together, so full moon and summer solstice. It's going to be the 21st because they're both coming on the same day, so that's going to be a powerful event. We will be here, that says 6:30, but I'm pretty sure we're doing it at 5:30 because of teen night. Is that right, Steve? No, they're not. Oh, because it's the 28th. Okay, so 6:30 is the right time then. So that's going to be really fun, really wonderful. We do the solstice or the change of seasons, every change of season, and that's a powerful event. But then we're adding in that full moon, so there'll be meditation, there'll be music, there'll be some ritual, and everybody is welcome and encouraged. We do that on a love donation basis, so please join us for that. And then the teen play date is Friday the 28th, and that's been so successful. Our wonderful Nicole and her oldest daughter Addie have been leading that, and they're just getting a mass crowd of kids who show up to have fun, to be themselves, to have a safe place where they can do art and talk and just be, because it's tough out there as a teen right now. So if you know kids who, especially as we come into summer, because they're not going to be at school, and isolation it's not great. It's not good for them. So it's not good for any of us, really. But so if you know teens or you know someone with teens who might enjoy being out in this really fun event, please encourage them to come. You can find out more information, again, at our website at theamanicenter.org. Here's some of the things that are going on every week here at Amani. We have a Course in Miracles study group is Thursdays at 6:30, and that's meeting at Mark and Carol Yeager's home, and the address is there. They're in Cameron Park. They host that every week. Breath work and meditation led by wonderful Susan is here on Saturdays, and she's changed that time from 9 to 10:30. So that's here in the space. She's fantastic. She really will take you through some breath work, some different practices, and it's very deep and it's really uplifting. So I encourage you to come to that. That's also just donation based. Everyone is welcome. And then we have yoga classes over at the ballet across the parking lot here on Tuesdays, and Tuesday is chair yoga, and then Wednesday is a flow yoga. So that's wonderful every Wednesday and Tuesday, and also donation based. Okay, a little bit more about Karen Drucker coming. So this is a big deal for us. She is just such a wonderful, wonderful person. She writes so much gorgeous music, and she's so fun. Like, to be in the space with Karen Drucker when she's singing and bringing her wonderful self is amazing. So she's doing a special women's retreat that will be Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then She is doing a live concert that night, and there'll be also an opportunity to do a little pre-concert VIP time with her with appetizers and drinks so that you can have some time really to speak with her, to hang out with her, to break bread with Karen. And then we have some bundles, so those are all on the website. You can do the retreat and the concert. You can do all three, and for reduced cost. And then on Sunday, she'll be here doing the Sunday experience. She'll be speaking, and she'll bringing music. So it's a whole weekend of Karen Drucker. She's just fantastic. She's so wonderful to be around. I highly encourage you to sign up for any or all of it if you can. You won't regret it. She's wonderful. Okay, and then we have another new class that's going to be starting up this summer, starting in July, and that's with the wonderful Reverend Cheryl Rem, who many of you know. She was in this area for a long time. She's going to be here for the summer. She's doing this class that's going to be, last time she was here, she did something very high level. This is going to be more open for anyone, anywhere on your journey, and it is called Finding Home, Who Are You? And so she's just a wonderful, calming, high-minded person who's doing so much work all the time with some very well-known people. So you can sign up for this. It's 4 weeks in person. It'll be $75 on Monday nights from 6:30 to 8, and it's going to be a really amazing event. So I encourage you to do that like I was saying, that's how you level up. That's how you kind of go to those next levels. So sign up for that if you can. And let's see, I already, bake sale. Was that it? Yes, bake sale and succulents. I knew there was something else. I even made notes. Okay, the succulent table is still out from yesterday, so you can buy succulents. They're so cute. They start at $5. So, and those are really hard to kill. You have to overwater them to kill them usually. So this is someone who knows from experience. So succulents are a good one. That's all just raising money for the center. And then also with the Springfest yesterday, every vendor donated a gift that is being raffled. So we raffled a few of them off yesterday, but there's still a lot out there. So you can see Gina after service to buy raffle tickets, and then what you do is you just write your name on it, but drop it into the bag for the thing you would like to win. So that's a great way to get the specific thing that you're wanting. So you can buy 30 tickets and put them all in one bag, or you can spread them all around, whatever you want. So we'll have a little bit of time to do that after service, and then we'll go ahead and call those. If you have to leave, just leave your phone number. You don't have to stay. We'll call you and let you know if you won something. And then we have the bake sale too. So there's some wonderful cupcakes, cookies, little brownies, and I don't know if there's more of those little lemon cakes. Those were delicious. So go back there afterwards. I think Monica will be there and buy some treats. They're all packaged so you can take them home to a loved one and share. Okay, I think that was all the stuff I was going to share. Before asking you to silence your phone, if you didn't already, I know that was a lot of announcements. Thanks for bearing with me. We're going to go ahead and bless the service. So if there's anything in your lap, I encourage you to just set it aside. I like to put my feet flat on the ground so I can really feel grounded. This is our opportunity now to become present and to kind of get in the mindset for service. If it feels comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes and then just receive that deep cleansing breath in and releasing it. And so now just by syncing that deep breath together, we've opened this space. We've made it more intentional for all of us to show up and to receive what we're meant to receive today. And so I know that right now each and every one of us is connected to the divine and to each other. There is only one, and we are all part of that one. So from this place of connection, of oneness, no separation from the divine, God, the universe, whatever word you use, and you and everyone around you, we know that it is all good and that this service is unfolding divinely, uplifting us, feeding us, bringing us just what we needed today, and that by showing up, not only do we receive that good, but we share it with our neighbors, with each other, with a touch, with a hug, with a smile. We uplift each other and we bring each other all of the love and the high vibration that we show up for, so that we can then take that with us when we leave here today and share it with our families, our community, and with the world. And I know that all around the world right now, there are others who are doing the same thing, showing up with an open heart, with a loving heart, with that, their focus on their connection to the divine and to each other. And in this way, we just reinforce this oneness, this connection, this upliftment, and this spirit that is in and acting within, as and through each and every one of us all across the world. And so from this place of connection and love, I know that all is well in spite of what we see out there. And we affirm this, and we say yes to this, and we are open to living it. And so I just have gratitude. We just shower our gratitude upon the truth of this, knowing that when we share the gratitude, when we express our gratitude, when we feel that gratitude, we bring more of that, more of the good, more of that which we are grateful for. And so from this grateful heart, from this connected place, I release my word into the law, knowing that as I speak it, it is done, and that all is truly well. And together we say, and so it is. All right, now we will do our affirmation. And today's affirmation is brought to us by Ministerial Intern Luchan Baker. We're going to speak it 3 times. The first time we say it with energy and a full voice. The second time we bring it down into a whisper and really let it drop into our hearts. And then the third time, please join me mentally as I speak it aloud. All right, let's begin. I trust and submit the fathering guidance of the divine. I trust and submit the fathering guidance of the divine. I trust and submit the fathering guidance of the divine. And together we say, and so it is. All right, and so now we're going to have another song from the wonderful Gary Weinberg. He's going to lead us into our meditation with his music.
Can you see me? Can you feel me? I can feel your arms around me. I know I hurt you, I never meant to, but I never really understood you. You expected more from me than I ever did for myself. I loved, hated and feared you, but more than anything else, I loved you. A good man, a strong man, you butted in and you told me what to do. You loved me completely, and I always seemed to find a way to disappoint you. You hated my long hair. You thought my earring was for the birds. Your eyes always told the truth, even when you couldn't find the words. You couldn't tell a joke to save your soul, but I could make you laugh until you cried. I loved you. World without you, hard to swallow. A little colder and a little more hollow. But you believed in me, you wanted the best for me. You never accepted excuses from me. You taught me how to play baseball, drive a car, and shave my face. And now in all the places that you once stood, there's just an empty space. I see you in my mind. You were the best friend that I ever had. I love you. Yes, I love you. Dad.
Beautiful, Gary. And so now we'll go into our meditation. Again, if it feels comfortable to you, you can allow your eyes to close, or you can allow your vision to blur. As we receive that cleansing breath in and release. As we focus this month on that Father wisdom, that divine love, some of us may have some father injuries, some father pain. And so we take time this month, this day, to allow that to heal, knowing that we put a lot of pressure on our dads, on this father figure, to show up as strong and wise and yet loving and funny and sort of running it all. And so that can be a lot for men in this world, for stepping into that father position. And so let's not forget to allow our dads, our fathers, our father figures to be human, to have emotions, to cry, to feel sad, to feel the failures that happen to all of us, without it in somehow making them less. Truly living in our emotions, crying, being human, more. And so I hope that we work to change this paradigm, this idea that a father can't be human, can't be soft. Soft is good. Can't be emotional. Emotions are good. They're real. They're part of life. And so if we're not going to feel them, we're not going to live fully. So let's take a few moments to sort of open our minds to this idea of a fuller, more human father figure that can cry and laugh and be wrong and admit that they're wrong and grow, learn new things and change your mind. All of these are parts of a strong divine father figure. So let's open our hearts to that. Let's open our hearts to forgiveness for any father wounds. And for those who are in this father role, I encourage you to open your heart to expressing fully as your human self. And so from this place of openness and forgiveness and healing, we go into the silence. Enjoy your meditation. Now staying in this place of connection and quiet and centeredness, we turn towards healing. We take a moment for divine healing. And so in a moment, I'll ask you to speak aloud that which you would like to shine the light of healing upon. And it could be that father wound, either as a child or as a father. It could be a situation on the planet right now that feels so painful, where you see suffering and trauma. It could be people in your life needing physical healing from illness, from injury, from their own traumas, and it can certainly be yourself. So now let's go ahead and speak the name or names, speak as many as you want, of the people and the places and the situations that we want to shine the healing light of love upon. So now we feel this energy shift in the room. All of these people, all of these situations are here. And now we shine our loving light upon them, remembering the truth of the oneness, the connection to God for each and every person, each and every situation. And we remember that there are things unfolding right now. And many of them are painful and hard to look at and hard to go through. But they are not done. They are in process. And so we remember that. And remember that love is unfolding. God is unfolding. The divine is unfolding something bigger, something better, something more whole and complete and loving. There's a lot of that on the planet right now, and in many of our lives. So it's so good to take a moment and remind ourselves of the divine truth, of this, of the love, of the oneness, in spite of what we see. And again, if you need more healing on this, if you would like to go deeper, please see me after or reach out to a practitioner, to the Amani Center, to our Circle of Light, to do this deep work. That's what we're here for. We are here to support you through it. You do not have to walk it alone. And so from this place of gratitude to know that all is part of what is unfolding, gratitude for the Amani Center that gives us this place to show up together, to do this good work, classes, meditation, Sunday service, fun events, social events, events for kids, events for all of us. Gratitude for each other for showing up to do the work. And gratitude that to know that no matter what it looks like, all is well, all is unfolding divinely. So in gratitude, I release my word, knowing that as I speak it, it is already done. It is already made manifest, and that all is truly well. And together we say, and so it is. Right now we have another song from Gary.
Well, forget about that. Hey, 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 I'm a creator every night and every day, the imaginator. I said, hey, 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 I'm a creator, oh, every night and every day, the imaginator. I am an artist. Life is my canvas. I am a sculptor with a big old piece of marble, and God says chisel and paint my masterpiece. Sing, dance, write a book, plant a bookcase, plant a garden, teach somebody to read. Just dream. Dream, dream, and treat and move your feet. Hey, 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 I'm a creator every night and every day, the imaginator. I said, hey, 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 I'm a creator every night and every day, the imaginator. Life is my kitchen where I cook up something delicious. God brings the spices, and me, I get to make all the wishes. So I mix it all up and cook up my masterpiece. Shake and bake and roast and toast. Whatever is the thing you want to do the most, just dream. 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 And treat and move your feet. Hey, hey, hey. I'm a creator. Sing it if you feel it. Every night and every day, the imaginator. Hey, 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 that's the hard part. I'm a creator every night and every day. Every night and every day, the imaginator. Here it comes, the hard part. Hey, hey, hey. I said I'm a creator every night and every day, the imaginator. I am the imaginator. Say it. I am the imaginator. Yes, you are. I am the imaginator. I am the imaginator. The imaginator. I am the imaginator.
The one and only Gary Weinberg. We are so blessed to have you here.
Thank you very much. I got to give Luchan some of that long distance energy. Long drive. Pump him up.
Thank you, Gary. All right, and now it is my great honor and pleasure to introduce our today's speaker, Luchan Baker, who slipped in the back door, hopefully decompressed from the traffic, and now he's here, and we're so grateful. So welcome, Brother Luchan.
I'll be honest. I heard the topic and did not want to come. I've done a very good job of not crying and going to pieces in front of y'all. You will see it today. See, we're talking about fatherhood. Now, while we look at this title that I tried to make not so corny, but I just couldn't really, it's a corny title, but it's just the truth. But I've had lots of jobs. Not really a whole lot of good ones, but I've had some fun ones. Now, before I get into those jobs, I'd like to talk about my dear old dad. See, my dad started out, come on, it's too early, don't do that yet. My dad started out as the custodian at El Cerrito High. And I remember those nights he'd get me and my mom, and my sister wasn't born yet, and it'd be pitch black in that big old high school, and he'd be turning out lights, and I'd be watching them clean toilets, and just, that was the time I was really bonding with my dad. Then one day he decides he wants to be a fireman. And he makes it happen. I mean, like to the point where, okay, Dad didn't go to NAM, but his NAM was that 92 fire in the Oakland Hills. Till this day, you talk to any firefighter who fought that fire and say, you guys are heroes. And, oh, not really. Like, really? That's how they feel. Like, no, that was their NAM. And Dad felt like he got his behind kicked in that fire. But he was a hero. He saved people's houses, he saved people's lives, and my father loved, because he's retired now, being a firefighter. And twice I tried to follow in his footsteps, but let's just be honest, look, I cannot handle heights. I cannot handle heights. 120 feet in the air, that ladder. I got to about 80 and said I was tired. And they just laughed and said, come on down. I said I was tired, didn't say I was scared. It's an amazing job being a firefighter. Oh my goodness. Everybody likes you. You got these cool little toys to play with at work. You just work out all day and okay, there's that other part. Dad was admired everywhere he went. Yes, by that group. To the point where if I had a teacher who was giving me a hard time, me and my mom already knew what to do. Yeah, Dad, we're going to need you to put on that uniform of yours. Yeah, the one with the badge. Okay, yeah, brush those waves of yours right quick. Put on some cologne. Yeah, all right, go talk to her because she's keeping me from getting the A. And Dad would get me that A. Through all of that, my father has never taken more joy in any job than being a father. Now, to me, being a firefighter is like, come on, nothing's better than that. Look how cool you are, Dad. When it was career day, it would always make the bullies hate me that much more, but Dad would drive that big old truck from Richmond to Oakland and pull up. And then he got to tell everybody he was me and my sister's dad. Of course, the bullies would pound me afterward, but I was just so cool because of Dad. I wanted to be that. There's 2 times where I looked at fatherhood and realized how hard it was. There was one where we had this picture day, family pictures, and we took those corny little Sears pictures we did in the 80s, and you know what I'm saying, and you smile, and you got the one tooth, and that whole thing. We took those pictures and then went shopping right afterward. And while we were waiting for our pictures to develop, somebody ran off with the clothes we had just bought. And my nana was living at that time, and this woman was that warrior woman. Like, oh my goodness, you did not. There's a picture of the old civil rights protest where there's some woman actually fighting the cop. That's my nana, for sure. That is my nana. And so you can already tell just the aggression built inside this small woman. Like, how dare somebody take our clothes while we're waiting for our pictures to develop? And she's mad at everyone, and I'm just watching my dad, and all he did was get quiet, bite his lip, and buy the same dang clothes for me and my sister all over again. That's my daddy. I saw that alone and was like, nope, I don't want to be a dad. Nope. I'd have been like, sorry, kids, Dad is not buying those clothes all over again. We just got to figure it out. I'm not doing that. Dad did it. Then there's this other time. Me and my dad are the same height. Only thing different is I don't got no problem with it. You can tell my dad wishes he was a little bit taller. He's not going to like this story, but I love it. So he had just got my sister, like, I think some corny balloon, you know, one of those, like, really festive balloons with all the helium. And I was so annoyed, like, it's not even her birthday. Dad, like, really? Now this balloon's going to be all in the way while we're in the car? I was so annoyed. We pull up to the gas station, and as soon as the door opens, and I was such a horrible kid. Let me just tell y'all something else. How everybody says, oh, I've never met a bad kid. I was a terrible kid, okay? I was that kid who needed to be whooped. I ain't gonna lie. I probably should have got a lot more whoopings. So as this balloon's going out, I should have been a good big brother and said, hey, the balloon's getting out. I should have grabbed the balloon. You think I did any of that? I did not. I sat there just watching this balloon get away. And my sister, with all the love, all the oxygen in her lungs, screams, Dad! And Dad is sitting there paying for gas. And everyone can see it. I mean, everyone can see it. And he stops and looks, and he drops his wallet, and I mean, he starts taking off running, all with such a beautiful stride. And the balloon got to probably where that pole was, and with all oh my goodness, just took off. And he reached and came nowhere close to getting that damn balloon. And after his feet hit that concrete, blap, and you saw him just feel so humiliated, Dad walked right back to go pay for the gas. And even the man behind the glass was like, he took a handful of candy, like, here, give her these. Oh, every father almost wanted to be like, bruh. It was so like, oh my good, that's what showed me. There is a certain fraternity I am in that I am so proud to be in. Do you understand me? This supersedes racism. I get it now. Being a father is an honor that I take serious. Now here's the hard part. Because I want everybody to like me. I want people to like, it's important to me for people to like me. Like even my therapist is like, you need to chill out. I want people to like me. First part of being a father is I get to not care if you like me or not, little boy. I don't care if you like me. I do not care. I get to do that. While I'm sitting here waiting on for you to like me, there's growth that I am responsible for you having. And me sitting here worrying about if you like me or not is going to stunt that growth. I get to do that. And what I've learned about being a real dad, because I see so many in here, I just see it on y'all's faces. When you are a father to the community. You're not just a father to your kid. Every child is mine. I mean that. I'm not going to watch these kids playing in the street and I only tell my kids get out the street and let your kids. No, everybody get out the street. And you get to hate me for it because I'm the dad. And it's a great feeling. I get to do that. There's a lot of things about fatherhood that we see regularly going on, and we do not appreciate our dads for it. Now, I'm not even trying to do this mom versus dad thing. We know mama got the hardest job, and we know we all favorite mom. We ain't even going to go there. I would never even try to go up against mom. You crazy? All I'm saying is, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, I don't like talking about gender roles, especially during this time, but we have to because we're talking about fatherhood right now. And there's something about fatherhood that I've looked at so many times. You go way back in time before all these structures and stuff was built, and we're just walking around figuring out the earth. And there was this one moment where the sun went up into them clouds. And it got dark. And the weather and just everything just didn't look so beautiful anymore. We crawling in up in the caves and we trying to figure things out. Somebody eventually, and I know it was a dad, said, you know what? I am going to step out here and build something for these babies. And we got to salute that, y'all. We have fathers who daily keep us protected, keep all this, and we just look at it and we take it for granted. Dads are amazing. Dads are amazing. Whether your father is in your life or not, the breath you are breathing, dad gave you that just like mom gave you that. Let's appreciate dads. Now, while I'm over here celebrating my dad and all this, understand I have my daddy issues too. Number one is I am so angry at that man for the shoes he left me to fill. I don't think I can do it, homie. I don't think I can do it. Sorry. I can fill your socks, maybe your shoes. Them things too big. Can't do it. And I'm angry about that. Because Baker men are competitive. I can't hang with Luchan Baker II. I can't. That man, he's amazing. And that bothers me. But the thing that's beautiful is I get to be a different kind of dad. See, the kind of father I needed then, I needed somebody to put the fire up under me. Understand, I needed that. My dad only put his hands on me maybe 3 times. And I'm a spoiled kid, so honestly, it's probably really just one. Every time it happened, I definitely deserved it. But what I will tell you is, a lot of times he didn't have to because he had this look. And he got really good at visiting me in school when I did not know he was there, right? And, I like to think I'm funny. I mean, my friends would laugh at my jokes. So, like an idiot, I'd always have my back to the door. And I'm telling a joke, and while everyone's laughing, ha, 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 ha. And then finally, when people start getting uncomfortable, that's how I knew. Right? And then when I turn around, he had that classic, he had these big old massive firefighter arms and it would scare the death out of me. And because of my dad, I learned to master that same look. So now with my boys, I don't ever got to put my hands on them. I get to do the same thing. I even mastered it. If you really want to do it, you don't just fold your arm. You have to look around first and then look at them. It's really fun. No, oh, my God, he's looking for witnesses. I never put my hands on these boys, but it's so fun. Dad represents that. Dad represents the law. Dad represents the I do not care if I'm the bad guy. Dad gets to be the police. That's what we get to be. And we don't always appreciate that. The times Dad told us no. The times Dad stepped in when Mama was trying to rescue us or give us that extra cookie that we knew we did not deserve, but we wanted it. Dad is always the one, oh, no, no, no. That's my dad. I can't speak for all of y'all's dad, but that was my dad. And I grew up being angry, and why is he always being so hard on me? And why does my little sister get treated so differently? Why is he so tough on me? And I realized the time it was then. We're talking about the 80s and 90s in East Oakland, California. So while I talk about my spiritual side, which comes from mom, you know, the hugs, the flowers, the oh, love everybody, and that comes from mom. But the pleasure I get when I'm racially profiled and they continuously run my license over and over again while I sit there laughing and I finally get to say so arrogantly, no, homie, your equipment isn't broke. I'm a black man from East Oakland, California, and I have never in my life done any time. That, my friends, goes to Dad. Dad gets that credit. Dad gets that credit. See, part of what I'm understanding is we get to share our mistakes, especially with our boys, and let them know, look, these are the pitfalls. Now, my father raised me to be arrogant. Here's the dilemma. So I'm trying to beat him. So while he's telling me all his pitfalls, I'm thinking, yeah, well, that happened to you, homie. I have ran into every pitfall at least 80 more times than he did. There comes a point where we get to learn to trust our protector, learn to trust the one providing for, learn to trust the law. We live in a society right now where popular culture tells us to always make fun of and belittle Dad. It's okay, we all do it. I grew up watching The Simpsons. I grew up watching Married with Children. I grew up watching all of these shows, yet while I was telling myself it's just a show, there came the time when I was a father and realized that everything I was saying was not being taken serious. Yet when you are that dad who's amazing enough to be taken serious, now everyone's trying to look for the opportunity to call you a bad guy. Yes, Dad, I did that to you. Yes, I did. Let's just take the time to appreciate Dad. There's things that we as men do regularly through life that keep people protected that we don't even realize. Just you, with your manly presence, being in the public, looking like the beautiful, manly man you are, can deter people who may come there that day to start trouble. I've seen it. I've seen it. Just be you. Just show up looking like you. I promise you. When the hyenas show up and there's a lion there, hyenas go somewhere else. And my father is that man. My uncles have always been. There are so many men, fathers in the community who I got to watch these beautiful examples. And here's the beautiful thing about fatherhood. The motherhood is in there too. We talk about the moms who had to be dads, but I have watched my dad and uncles be amazing moms. Putting the back of the hand on your head when you're hot, and only mom does that the right way. But you know, Dad put his hot hand on my head, almost strained my neck because it's so heavy. And oh goodness, Dad! But he still did it, you know. Remember that one time our cat was sick, like real sick. Oh, Dad looked like he was about to cry. Literally looked down, poor thing. Look at you, about to cry. I'm telling everybody at the firehouse, Daddy, about to cry over my cat. The beautiful thing about fatherhood is that we get to be a father all the time, at every moment. I'm telling you. Even when you partying, you get that call like, I need you to get something, or the baby's sick. It's almost like something comes over you. You are in dad mode at all times, and it's beautiful. I didn't want the responsibility, I'm telling you. I was afraid of it. I saw my dad and what he did and what happened to him when he went through family court. I did not want that. I love the laughs because yes, you understand. Because here's how the universe works. Whatever we think about most is what we manifest. There we go. That's what I wanted. See, the whole time I was thinking about fatherhood, I was thinking about what I didn't want. I didn't want to go to court. I didn't want a baby mama. A lot of people hate that term, and it's like, I realize that, you know, whenever the hood creates a new term and the Kardashians haven't ripped it off yet, it's not cool yet, so we shouldn't say it. But look, okay, like in a few years, as soon as one of them Kardashians starts saying baby mama, then it's going to be cool to say it. Just understand that. I didn't want any of that. I wanted to at least be that one example that they always say black dads couldn't be. Yet that bad example, the drama, the judgment, the shame is what I had in my mind, and the universe does not know any different. So if you say, I do not want this, all the universe heard was the this. I stand before you right now, not even fully divorced yet, and the father of 2 beautiful boys from 2 amazing women. I don't regret my life at all, because here's the other part I've learned. When we decide to stand up and say, yes, use me, Spirit, as your example, that means we get to be open to all examples of God. I really believe there was only one example of fatherhood. So if you weren't buff and worked a blue-collar job and was always grouchy when the kids asked you stupid questions, you weren't a dad to me. And I am the complete opposite of that, except they're always grouchy part. I'm always grouchy. I want to thank all the dads. And I hope I don't touch your nerve when I say this, but I don't think you get thanked enough, homie. And I know we don't need to be talking about gender roles in here, but I'll just talk about my dad, and if it happens to pertain to you, then so be it. But I never thanked my dad for keeping them lights on. Not once. I didn't thank my dad for staying in the gym and keeping, monsters away and never being under my bed because I knew my dad was big and buff and would scare away the monsters. I didn't thank him for that. Didn't thank my dad for showing me how to tie a tie, for showing me how to mow a lawn. I didn't thank him for any of that. I took it for granted, just like I do the universe. It just supposed to happen. I didn't learn until my first time in family court. A man who has done nothing his whole life but respect and protect women and stood there in front of a judge who was a woman. Of course, my son's mother who's a woman. And the lawyers and just all these people just tearing me down. I was reduced to just a scary, mean man in that moment. And that's when I realized that we do not thank our dads enough. Understand, there's a lot of dads who go through that regularly, and while every other man say, dude, I would have been just left and went to a different country, he is staying right there, taking his licks, because he loves his child more than anything on the planet, and nobody is thanking him for it. Nobody. Matter of fact, the child is getting told all kind of lies and doesn't even realize how much this man loves him. That's not everybody. I'm just talking about things I've seen. I used to walk around feeling like racism was the enemy. And after my first bout in family court, I literally said out loud, if I saw a supremacist on his way to family court, I would hug him before he went in. The feeling of loving this child more than anything in the world. And yet the government is telling you completely different about how you feel about your child. You don't understand that pain. And I watched my dad go through it. And after watching my dad go through it, all I could think about was fatherhood, was that's all that it offers. Yet then I manifested it twice. We get to define what fatherhood is. We do. Is it a loving person that we can come to for advice? Well, if that's the case, then we have to allow dad to be a loving person who comes to us for advice. When does dad get to be weak? Who does dad get to cry to? Who does dad get to come to and say, I don't have it figured all out. I'm just doing it as I can. Who does dad get to do that to? If not you, then who? We don't want robotic men. But come on. Even me, when we see a man actually show some vulnerability, it's like, yeah, I know you can't see it, but right? Even me, I do the same thing. We sing a song at the East Bay Church when I was growing up called In This Very Room. They say in this very room there's quite enough love for all the world. That's this room. That's this room. If you are hearing this, it's because you were supposed to. That is this room, no other room, this room right here. There is enough love to change the world. We get to decide right now amongst us, how do we want to see our dads? Do we want to see a loving man who's vulnerable? Do we want to see a responsible man who teaches the world of respect and protect? What do we want to see in our dads? We get to decide that. And we also get to be responsible for that other part. When we find ourselves fanning that other part of the consciousness, we get to responsible say, hold on. I know some amazing dads. I'm not saying every dad is amazing. I'm not saying that. This is not that conversation. I'm just saying, hold on. There are some amazing dads out there. Let's represent for them. I had to stop being mad at all the not so amazing women who broke my heart, who hurt me. Hold on, wait a minute. Do I want to keep seeing that, or do I want to see something different? So I always check my homies when we start doing that bashing thing. All I'm saying is it's time for us to get some same love over here. When your homegirls start doing that, just remind them, hey, I know some good dads out there. We're not asking for much. We are not asking for much. Just understand that this so-called war is only going to continue if we keep allowing the people around us to say those things. I check my homies when they say something racist and out of pocket. I do it. I check my homies when they get to talking about women in that way. Oh, well, hold on, bro. I know she broke your heart and everything, and we told you not to wear that corny sweater, but you did it anyway. Look, not every woman is like that, though, bro. Can we get the same protection? Can we get the same love, the same representation? Can we get that? This job called fatherhood, it's a very rewarding job. You have no idea how rewarding. When I say best job ever, I'm talking about best job ever. I used to be very afraid of this world, very skittish, very squeamish about this world. And then came that first time looking at my firstborn. It was great because the nurses have realized that American men, we're just very cool about everything, right? We don't want to show emotion about nothing. This is your first child ever, and I'm really trying to maintain my, stop it, bro. You know you want to go to pieces. Great thing about the nurse was she didn't ask me. She picks up this beautiful boy of mine and says, want to hold your baby? And I was like, no. And it was in that moment, in that connection, where I realized just how bad I am. There is nothing that I will not do for this little boy. He has made me a better man. He has made me a better person. I will fight my growth and my forgiveness for everybody. But when it comes to my boys, see, I've told y'all a whole lot of times about how gangster love is. There was a moment where I was very angry at Dad, very angry at the world, very angry at the child support system, just very, very angry. And I'm living in my little one bedroom, wishing I was a millionaire. And this is one of the times where Dad doesn't scold me about crying. He decides to come pick me up. And I'm taking this serious because he doesn't do this every time. Now, I'm worried because my driver's license is about to be suspended because I missed the child support payment. And that's a very real thing for us. And when you lose your license, how are you supposed to work? So I'm worried about it. Best job ever. Well, as Dad's coming there, I see a piece of mail from the worst job I ever had. I won't say what it is, but just understand that Being a dad is much like being a security guard for a business in a dangerous area. Hear the metaphor. You hear it. Here's what it's like. Either you're always doing too much or too little. And that's how being a dad felt right in that moment. Either you did way too much or you're doing too little. But I have this piece of mail from that very job. Now understand this is how prayer works, because I'm always here to stand as a testimony about your word is the most powerful thing you have. I will always remind us of that. That is always the moral of any story I tell you. So the mail's right here. And I had just prayed for some, please, Spirit, please. All I'm asking is that you do not let my driver's license get taken from me again. I cannot go through that again. And I get this piece of mail. Dad pulls up, and he's just like, well, what's up, son? You ready to go see a movie? He said, I have this piece of mail, Dad, and I'm afraid to open it. Just laughing at me, so we open it together. Right on that check was the very amount minus 1 penny of what I needed to pay my payment. Minus 1 penny. Now, you know it had to be minus 1 penny, because if it was the exact amount, I'd have probably went into a coma. Spirit knows me. 1 penny. My dad is not really a spiritual man like that. But let me tell you, when all we could do was laugh and hug each other, and the tears were rolling both down our faces, and all he could keep doing was saying, thank you, God. That's what showed me the power of love. I don't have to father with fear and rage. I don't have to do that. I can father with love my own way. We can redefine what fatherhood is. Understand, without all the arrogance, this is the United States, and everybody is watching what we do. We can redefine what fatherhood is right here, right now. Do we want to keep having robotic men? Do we want to keep having these men who are robots, who don't have any emotion, who don't have any compassion? Do we want to keep having that? Then we have to allow our men to be vulnerable. When's the last time we told a father thank you? When's the last time we hugged a man and just allowed him to cry? When's the last time we asked him, how are you doing, and really meant it? When's the last time? I ain't ever asked my dad none of those things. And this man has given me everything, except his good looks. You know, he has more of that. But everything else he's pretty much given me. Like I said, I've had a million jobs. And as much as I love this ministerial role, I'm learning more and more. There's nothing that makes me happier than telling y'all every day that there is no difference between you and God. There is only God. Regardless of what your life looks like, you are God in the flesh. Nothing will make me happier than having that conversation every day. However, as much as I love that job, there is no job I love more and take more serious than being a father. And understand this. I was raised by a village. This is my village. And it makes me happy to see that we have so many beautiful fathers among us willing to be fathers for our children. Whether you have children of your own or not. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amani Center, I appreciate you, and I love you. And thank you for allowing me to show you my soul.
That was beautiful. So much to think about. All right, now it's our joyful time of giving. So this is our time, our opportunity to support the Amani Center. If it's your first time here, your presence is your gift. We're grateful that you showed up. For those of us who are fed here every week, we have some ways that you can give digitally. So if you're not receiving the newsletter and the e-blast, please see either Gina or me and sign up for that so you'll know what's going on. You'll know when we're having the fairs and the drum circles and all the things. And there's always a donate button on those. In the white seat backs, we have these QR codes too. So if you rather do it digitally, you can use one of these, put your phone camera on it, and it'll lead you through a way to give. Our treasurer, Kathy, just got a Venmo set up for us finally, so that's awesome too. So that makes another way that you can give to the Amani Center. There's the same QR code up there, and then also you can set up a recurring payment with your bank, which is what I like to do, so that I know that it's going every week or every month, whichever you decide. Whatever you choose, however you choose to give, whether it's your time or your resources or whatever, we're just so grateful for you. We really, this is, as Luchan said, this is our village, and it takes all of us to keep doing what we're doing. So thank you for however you show up to support us. So now, before we pass the baskets, we'll take a moment and we'll bless these gifts and offerings. So if you're giving money, you can hold it over your heart. If you give virtually, you can use the card, or you can just put your hands over your heart. And we just feel that oneness with Spirit, knowing that God is our source of love, of insight, of wisdom, of joy, but also our financial source, our source of resource, bringing us whatever we need, and sometimes bringing it in the most astonishing ways, like Brother Luchan's story of receiving that check that he was praying for. That's real. There's a million stories like that, where you set your intention on what you need, what you're looking to bring in, and then you manifest it. You are that powerful. We all are. So right now, we just bless this money that we give, knowing that it is going to the Amani Center to continue blessing each and every one of us and our community and the greater community as we tithe out into the community to different nonprofits, as we bring in teachers and ministers and practitioners and other people to serve this community. All in this flow, this divine flow of giving and receiving. That's how we step into that flow, is by being open to give and to receive. You can't just give. You got to receive too. Your hand has to be open to receive the good, and that's how flow works. So from this place of flow, of connection, of giving and receiving, I am just so grateful. Grateful to know that this is how the universe works. Grateful for the Amani Center for giving us this place to show up together, to learn, to grow, to level up. Grateful to all of you, the volunteers, our sound people, our technology people, live streaming, running the soundboard, bringing the music, bringing the talks, passing the baskets, washing dishes yesterday for hours, cleaning up after that big event. People showed up to manage the bounce house and vendors, and we have an amazing community here. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you in the ways that you show up, and know that it does matter and that we are very grateful for you. So from this place of great gratitude and great love, I release this word into the law, knowing that as I speak it, it is done and there's nothing to worry about. All is truly well. All is unfolding divinely. And together we say, and so it is. All right, so we're going to pass the baskets, and the wonderful Gary Weinberg is going to bring us another song, and I think we're going to sing along too, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I hope the words are up there.
They are. There they are.
I'm reaching out to feel the infinite. I'm reaching out to know the divine. I'm reaching out to feel the infinite. Yeah, forever is already mine. I'm going deep to feel the infinite. I'm going deep know the divine. I'm going deep to feel the infinite. Yeah, forever is already mine. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm rising up to feel the infinite. I'm rising up to know the divine. I'm rising up to feel the infinite. Yeah, forever is already mine. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul. I'm already there. I'm already home. I'm already safe in my eternal soul.
Thank you, Gary. And on behalf of the Amani Center, it's my great joy, my great honor to receive these gifts and know that they are pressed down and multiplied, going out to do so much good in our community, our own lives, and across the planet. And together we say, and so it is. All right, so I think we're ready for our kids, so bring them on up.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, balloons and all, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Woo! Awesome. Hello, everybody. We had a wonderful story today that's an oldie but a goodie. I've had this book for a really long time, and it's always inspired me to really think about things. So I told them this is more about an idea than a real story, and it's just planting a seed. We'll see what comes of that, of thinking about how everything we see is part of us, and vice versa, and that we're all connected on a beautiful spiritual level. And we all have that beautiful light shining inside of us, right? What's our affirmation today, Izzy?
All I see is part of me.
And we did a group project today where we made a poster and everybody kind of contributed their little piece. So, yeah, we had fun.
Great job, guys. Thank you, Monica, and thank you, Addie, for helping out. Great job. Go find your folks, your peoples. All right. All right, so just a reminder before we stand and sing together, baked goods in back, purchase, take some home with you, buy some succulents, get your tickets for the raffle, see Gina right after, and then we'll give it a few minutes, and then we'll draw some of those great gifts that are back there. And we are going to stack chairs, so this side of the room will stack on the wall here, this side on this wall here. If you're able to help with that, we appreciate it. All right, let's stand, and we will sing our closing song together. Feel free to hold hands if that feels good. The presence is here. The presence is here. Love and spirit prevail. presence is here, and I will meet you in grace. I will meet you in grace. Our benediction from Brother Luchan.
And continuing in this consciousness, we lead here knowing that the Amani Center is a consciousness that we continue to spread like wildfire, because we are the center, we are the sanctuary, we are the temple. We allow it to be, we bless it, and so it is.
And so it is.